Literally. Since he was a kid.
Man.
And then eating milk, running the fuck around, talking about expensive pain in his eyes.
Wait, this is Philly you're talking about now. Wait a minute, Jag.
Fuck me.
Wait a minute.
He's a fucking Fruit Loop. He Diddy-fied.
Jaguar Wright's revelations of startling details about what really happened at Diddy's parties and the prominent people who went are generating a lot of attention.
I don't know why ain't nobody talking about when Carson Daly went to them Diddy parties. Because Carson Daly did go to them Diddy parties. No different than Ashton Kutcher.
Damn. Okay.
No different than Hype Williams. Why don't nobody want to talk about Hype Williams? Usually if I send a shout out at somebody, people start really kicking things up. But it's almost as if Hype is like living under some wheat germ grass or some under Russell Simmons' ass in Bali. Is it time to put Hype Williams on a milk cart?
Everyone that was not my color believed me. It was my people that needed convincing. If someone like the Diddler is your hero, then you should hurry up and go to hell with him. If someone like Jay-Z is your hero, then, just be glad you're not talented so he could sacrifice you like he tried to do me, and he succeeded with Aaliyah. Stevie J should be charged. Mary J. Blige should also be charged. Jennifer Lopez should definitely be charged. Jay-Z should be charged. Khaled should be charged. Rick Ross should be charged. Usher should be charged and tried with him. Or for Justin Bieber alone.
Now, Carisha and Rick Ross just sat down together in an interview.
I know. Two Diddy doo-wop bops. What a reunion.
Recently, Jaguar Wright shared the unsettling things that happened at Diddy's parties in an interview with Real Life Productions.
People say they went to Diddy parties and they felt like something was off and decided to leave, or they got invited to another room and they decided to go because they felt like it wasn't right, or whatever the case may be. He's literally walking in there, not thinking. Seriously, but the thing is, they were still willing to take the chance to go because everybody's been hearing these whispers. Where is Tyson Beckford right now? And why is nobody talking about how after his stint at Russell Simmons and Diddy parties in the Hamptons, he went into pure addiction and now it's just disappeared. He's not acting. What is Tyson Beckford doing? He was one of the biggest figures in the modeling world. Matter of fact, we see a lot of supermodels that keep coming and going and coming and going. And there's just a few that stay.
The most startling part of her statements regarding Jaguar Wrights is that she suggested these groups could be connected to dark spiritual practices and even MK Ultra.
A lot of people that end up at these wild parties and in these wild ceremonies, because see, everyone's thinking freak off, freak off, freak off. But what you're not thinking is ritualistic human sacrifice.
Right.
Whether or not you're offering up your sexuality or offering up your life force, energy is transferred. So for Whitney Houston to be unalived in that hotel room, and for him to wait to start the party right as her spirit was completely leaving her.
Wow.
Says a lot.
And Jack, what I was gonna say was, and even in the Piers Morgan interview, he was asking about what happens at these parties. We've seen visual evidence to where, again, Nature Boy is locked up for life, but he himself had visual evidence of him wanting to take advantage of a woman or make love or whatever you want to call it while other women are dancing in the ritualistic dance
Yes,
around them.
these are all
Like,
spiritual
you see this?
seances. You got to understand these are practices that have been around long before they started choreographing society. We're talking about thousands and thousands of years. Things were happening here. It wasn't until the past 500 years that the world has gotten caught up into such wild, like nothing. Oh no, that's not real. That's fake. That's not real.
Programming though, they started
Very
giving
much
us.
so.
Yeah.
MK Ultra. Cloning. Whether they're cloning consciousness or literally cloning physical body. And now we know they're capable of doing both.
Adult celebrity Sienna Grace recently opened out about her experience at Diddy's son's birthday party, giving insights into the mood and Diddy's personality despite the tiny and private gathering. In fact, the problem is really serious. Notable people in attendance included French Montana Jordan Woods, and a few friends of Bad Boy Records. Diddy was aloof throughout the event, according to CNA, who also talked about the hidden hues in Hollywood that suggest sexual desire. She stated that celebrities frequently wear jackets to signify their exclusivity for the evening.
James Cruz and Paul Pierre always been Diddy's flunkies, especially Paul Pierre. That's why he's being sued right now too by one of his assistants and stuff like that, because I guess he learned from his boss. But James Cruz used to work for 50, but he worked for Diddy first. So them niggas was always scum buckets, man.
Right. But speaking of Harvey Pierre, how do you feel about him getting accused of sexual assault?
Like I said, anything that has to do with those sexual, those people have to prove that. But are they capable? Yeah, they're capable. Look at the atmosphere. They in the music industry. They in the music business. They set up those type of, they learn the tricks of the trade. For instance, guys don't put those pills that they get to the girls in the champagne bottles because they popping them in front of them. Most of those girls, especially if they like mixed drinks, you understand, they see the bottles when they open them. And they trying to keep their eyes on because they don't want to get no kind of put in their system. But what they don't understand is in the orange juice and it's in the cranberry juice. Those girls who like the mixed drinks, you understand what I'm saying? They gonna pull their own sexual act because they don't understand it ain't in the bottles, it's in the juice. Those guys, they learn that and they put it to those girls who don't know no better.
Actually, things have gotten so bad that a woman recently found the strength to sue Diddy, saying he had misbehaved at one of his parties.
The woman was visibly emotional during the news conference as she recounted a horrific and violent assault.
The internal pain after being sexually assaulted has been incredibly deep and hard to put into words.
Talia Graves, sitting next to her attorney, Gloria Allred, alleges Sean Diddy Combs and his former bodyguard, Joseph Sherman, drugged and raped her at Bad Boys Records studio in 2001, when she was 25 years old.
I'm emotionally scarred. It has been hard for me to trust others, to form healthy relationships, or even feel safe in my own skin.
According to the lawsuit filed on Tuesday in New York, Talia was lured to the studio under false pretenses. She claims she was given a drink spiked with drugs, causing her to pass out. When she woke up, Talia says she was restrained and being brutally assaulted by Diddy and his bodyguard.
Flashbacks, nightmares, and intrusive thoughts make me feel like it's a constant struggle.
In 2023, Talia says she found out the rape had been recorded and through the years had been distributed to multiple people.
defendant Combs and another defendant published and/or disseminated the videos without plaintiff's knowledge or consent.
Combs is facing at least 10 similar lawsuits. He remains locked up, awaiting trial on human and racketeering charges.
I'm glad that he is locked up, but that's a temporary feeling of relief.
Talia says she didn't go public until now because she says that Combs allegedly threatened to ruin her life if she said anything.
The Thalia Graves case has raised serious concerns as she alleges that Diddy has been blackmailing her with a tape involving her.
But before this interview, you was telling me that a female reached out to you about a sex tape?
Yeah. It may not have been a year ago, it may have been close to a year, 9 months, something like that, a year. It was about, I don't know, was it a year? It's 6 months to a year. I forget about it because we just had a brief conversations for about like a week or so. You know, like she'll call me one day and then we'll talk a little bit. Then I'll get back with her, then she'll call me back. She was trying to find out information and everything like that. But I really couldn't help her, bro. You understand? And then she told me the guy's name. You know, she said, Gene, I know it wasn't you. You know, she told me her credentials. She said, Gene, I went to college. You know, I come from a reputable family. I live in, you know, out your way, where you at. And she said that, do I know this bodyguard named Big Joe? And I said, why, what's going on? And then she told me about that she had heard about this tape floating around, Puffy, ex-A-ing her, sexually assaulting her. And I was like, wow. And I couldn't say anything because I know the parties and stuff like that. But I told her, I said, yo, I can't give you Joe's number, but I'll get in touch with him or whatever, best way I could. So I got in touch with Joe and I told him what the lady said. And he just said that she didn't know anything about it and that, you know, it was felonious. So then the lady had told me she didn't want Joe. She just wanted a copy of the tape so she could bring charges up on Puff. So I said to her, he said that there's no tapes exist. That tape doesn't exist. You understand? So I gave her that information. I let Joe know, I let her know, and that was basically it.
Do you believe the tape exists?
What I believe and what I know is two different things. I was told when it's a word around town that the tape exists. I never saw the tape. I never, you know anybody who say they saw the tape. See, what happens is that, man, when you have a certain status in Harlem, you are privy to a lot of information, or you're privy to stuff that happens in the street. And there was information in the streets that a tape like that existed. How true it was, I don't know, because I don't look for that stuff. I'm not trying to find that. And that's what it was.
What's on the tape?
I heard it was enough on the tape that people could blackmail Puff for. That's what I actually heard.
In a 199 interview with Entertainment, Diddy stated that while many celebrities have talked about their experiences at his famous parties, the details behind his purported freak-offs are still mostly unknown. Diddy seems to understand the buzz and excitement his events created tonight.
Parties are the hottest ticket around.
They won't even give me a permit for the parties, man. They don't want me to throw the parties no more. But we ain't gonna stop. We're gonna keep on having fun, bringing people together from all walks of life. You're gonna hear about my party. They're gonna be shutting them down. They're gonna probably be arresting me, doing all types of crazy things just because we wanna have a good time. You know, whenever you bring up a different element into people's environment, things that broaden people's horizon, people get intimidated. There's a lot of people out there that feel intimidated by it. It ain't nothing but break it down racial barriers, break it down generation barriers. People from all walks of life. Ron Perlman talking to Jay-Z. Jay-Z talking to, you know what I'm saying? It just goes on and on. You know, it's just like people from all walks of life connecting and getting together. Yeah.
Your parties are the hottest ticket in town. People dying to get into your party. How does that make you feel?
I mean, it's cool. You know, it doesn't make me feel any way special. It doesn't make me feel like a bigger person. It just makes me feel like I know how to throw a party.
In a 2002 interview on Late Night with Conan O'Brien, Danny didn't think twice to talk about his party hosting ways. He revealed that, of course, gorgeous women are important for a successful party.
This is what you need to do. Women, beautiful women, of course.
Beautiful women.
Beautiful men for the ladies, of course.
Wouldn't it be better if there weren't beautiful men there? There were just a lot of beautiful women and then just the guy?
No. You have to make. There's enough ladies to go around. You have to make the ladies, give the ladies what they need too. You know, you have to take care of your women.
Take care of the ladies. Okay,
ladies, yeah.
Gotcha. That's good.
Can't force a situation.
Right. What about?
Can't force a square peg into a round hole.
That's the story of my life, my friend.
Okay, you need that.
I wish you had told me that a long time ago.
Well, I'm here now, brother. It's not too late.
What about like celebrities? You have a lot of celebrities
at your. First, you have to listen. I'm giving you the menu. Okay, let's just take things slow. Okay, it's all right. He's learning. He's learning,
and I'm slow.
Yes.
I'm very slow.
Check it out. This is my man. We go way back, but he hasn't told y'all that. We'll talk about that later.
We go way back.
Way back. But check this out.
When was that, by the way? We'll get to that later. All right.
Okay. Now, we need alcohols.
Right.
Alcohols.
Right. Not just one alcohol.
Alcohols.
Right. Just
Plurals.
different blend. You need
Blends.
the ladies. You need the booze.
You need some water.
For watering plants?
No. I don't know if guys have noticed this. Like a lot of ladies drink water at parties. They just, you know. So if you don't have what they need, they're gonna leave.
Right.
Got to keep them there.
Right.
You need locks on the doors.
Yeah, this is sounding kind of dangerous now.
It's a little kinky, but
yeah.
Rock with me, but just check it out. You need a lot of heat. A lot of heat. Yeah.
Heat. You mean that physically the place has to be hot?
You don't have no air conditioning.
No air conditioning.
No.
Why is that?
Heat affects the alcohol, and it also affects like everybody gets a little bit more comfortable and loose. Builds up a nice little sweat.
That just sounds disgusting. What are you doing?
Depends on the way you look at it.
Wow. Okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So. Can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them. There was one moment, so it's not really a party story, but our relationship was really bizarre. So it started over punked because he was like, yo,
don't punk
you
me.
Can't punk me. And I was like, I don't want to tell you, everybody's on the table. He's like, not me, I'm off the table. And so that started our conversation. We became fast friends and we used to just hang out, watch football together.